I thought we'd get back right back into the Drake Maye thing, both what they're saying down there at Gillette and what people are saying nationally about you, looking at the situation and from 10,000 feet, looking at this decision to go with the rookie quarterback. At this time, before I dig deeper, any opening thoughts on those general parameters?
Well, just that the comment that he made there, to me, tells me that he's acknowledging that the poor play was a factor in the decision. It has nothing to do with Drake Maye being ready.
And is that a mistake?
Yes. Again, they are acknowledging that they have reached a point where the offense hasn't performed well and they need to fix it. And now it's on Drake Maye, which again, to me, is the wrong reason to make the decision, or part of the wrong reason to make the decision. The idea was to develop the kid independently. They shouldn't be related. They are, because the Patriots effed it up. I think that is proof that the Patriots effed it up.
100% right, Mazz. That, his ascension into the lineup should have been about his readiness and their readiness for him. Not the fact that they're not ready, so he has to go in so he can save them. Like, that's exactly when you get into trouble. That's 100% right. And so it's just, to me, not the formula. And it is interesting about, how on board is Alex Van Pelt, because it was just 2 weeks ago. We played you the sound yesterday. We'll do it again. Jimmy, if you could cue it up, please, again, when Alex Van Pelt is asked about what is or how is Drake Maye better served playing or watching. Here, go ahead.
Hey, Alex. I'm just curious in terms of developing Drake, what you feel is the better course of action at this stage, him learning by watching or by playing?
I still think it's by watching.
That was September 20th. Here we are on October 10th, and he's asked
3 weeks ago, basically.
Yeah. Do you agree with the decision? Jimmy, give me, I think it's number 3 from today.
Yeah, I mean, we all sat together and gave our, opinions on what we thought, and ultimately it's his decision, and, I'm on board with that decision. I am. I'm excited to see Drake play. It's his time. I think he's prepared. He's done a great job on the practice field getting ready for this moment.
Not pictured there is the laser from the 9mm that was pointed at him from side stage.
But what's very clear there? Did he say that, yeah, I recommended that we play him? Or that he just said we all gave our opinions and I'm on board with the decision?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that he agreed with the decision.
Correct.
Or advocated for it.
Correct.
We gave our opinions. I gave mine. Myself and Elliot Wolf, again, a.k.a. the Cleveland Mafia, suggested that we redshirt Drake Maye for the year. That got overturned, so I guess I'm on board. That's all that is. And did you see the visual of him today, too, Alex Van Pelt?
I didn't. I just heard it.
You would think if you're now going to transition to your third overall pick, a rookie quarterback, you're going to see some changes in the offense. Yeah, maybe a smile, a little bit more jazzed up at the podium. He looked like a guy that was going in for a colonoscopy. And the other thing that stood out to me, the one quote from him today was, obviously with a quarterback change, you change a little bit in your approach. Oh, his precious approach and his offense and his system, and that's why they brought Jacoby Brissett in. I don't think he likes this. He doesn't want this. He has to change his approach. So he's up there like, harumph. I'm going to change my approach and my system, and it's not going to be Jacoby Brissett anymore. He knows my system. I got to change my approach and do what I did in that second preseason game and have more shotgun and make the kid comfortable. I got to change my approach. Rumpf. I don't think he's not pumped about this. He's not. This is a forced decision because they'd like to redshirt Drake Maye for the year.
I would tend to agree with that.
I'm with Murray. I'm with both of you. I mean, I think we're all in agreement on it. To me, absolutely. Sorry, go ahead.
No. So that's some of a sample of what's been said internally. We'll give you more thoughts from him and Jacoby Brissett, who spoke again today down at Gillette. How about some national commentary? And again, it aligns with us, so we're sort of feeding an agenda. But we're not the only ones who are looking at this and going,
"The hell are they doing?"
Huh? So again, we let off yesterday with that great exchange with Mayo about. Would you say this was expedited? Was it expedited, Gerard? Again, just give me that number 7.
To answer your question,
what is it?
Ask the question again. I want to make sure I say this right.
Was the plan expedited, or
no? I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say the plan was expedited. Like again, the end of training camp, he was trending up, and that never slowed down. So at this point, he gives us the best chance to win.
I wouldn't say expedited, but I would definitely say hastened. or push through. Well, as we've been trying to come up with synonyms.
Accelerated.
Judy Batista, NFL Network. NFL Network. Great relationship with the Crafts and the Patriots, and like this is no this is no Felger and Mazz here, Judy Batista.
This feels like.
But I've always sort of appreciated her because she's got, I guess, a healthy dose of skepticism. New Yorker, so that's where that comes from. But all I'm trying to say is that this ain't no flamethrower here, Judy Batista. She looks at this situation on the NFL Network, and well, now Jimmy, go ahead.
This feels like maybe not a panic move, but maybe a desperation move because they certainly.
Okay, so is this accelerated, Gerard? No, accelerate. Would you ask that question again? No, I wouldn't say accelerated. I'd say panicked.
Desperate.
That's the word. The word I was looking for. What was the word I was? Desperate. That's what I was looking for.
Urgency.
Judy, go ahead, Judy.
This feels like maybe not a panic move, but maybe a desperation move because they certainly wanted to wait a little bit longer to have more of their house in order before they put Drake Maye in there, specifically the offensive line, for example. It is not in order right now. But listen, I think apathy was starting to sit in. They were slipping into irrelevance. They weren't scoring, and Jacoby Brissett didn't do anything particularly bad. He just couldn't lift the team either. There were empty seats at Gillette Stadium. I don't think you can ignore those kind of outside factors, too. So they're going to go with Drake Maye and hope that he gives them a spark. Again, there's only a few things you can do in the middle of the season to spark a team. This is one of them. But this is a real roll of the dice to put a young quarterback in there without a good offensive line and without good receivers to help him out.
Panic move. Desperate.
Roll of the dice.
Roll of the dice. Okay, we're just trying to come up with it. Gerard was searching for the word. We're just helping with them. Day 2. But when Judy says empty seats, what's she talking about there? Who's she referring to?
Ownership.
Yeah,
ownership.
Right, definitely.
Ownership. So she's allowing for the possibility that the outside influence is ownership in this situation, which is obviously really the wrong reason. So that's one voice. How about familiar voice, Bill Simmons? I was given this yesterday, and I somehow missed it in all the show prep and the stuff you sent me. Unfortunately, I missed this yesterday, but it's so good, I'm going to ram it right down your throat today like 6 times. Because this is such a good, strong take. I just can't get enough of it. Bill Simmons walking the streets of New York. Go ahead.
I'm here in New York City where they just fired the Jets coach. And I was feeling all good about the fact that I'm not a Jets fan. And then my stupid-ass team, who didn't start Drake Maye last week against the Dolphins, who suck, it would have been the perfect spot to play him, even if the offensive line's terrible. At least you're getting his feet wet against, probably the other worst team in the league, except for Carolina. You wait a week. Oh, it turns out Jacoby Brissett is still terrible. Wow, we had no evidence of that. And then, a week later, guess what they do? They start Drake Maye against Houston's defense, which is probably, a top 5 or 6 scariest defense, and they can really rush the passer, and they're just putting this guy now in a terrible position because this is the dumbest, most incompetent ownership/front office group we've had since Victor Kayam when I was in college. Go Pats.
Yeah, I said Monday. It felt like the early 90s again. The way it's turned around the last couple of weeks.
Dumbest, most incompetent ownership/front office I've had since Victor Kayam.
True.
In the early 90s.
I love the horns in the back.
I was going to say, what is it about you New Yorkers? You've got to lay off the horn.
I like it.
What's the point of that? God, it's just like incessant.
I know, but it makes for an authentic clip.
It sure does. But it's New York for you. Get off the effing horn.
And you got to sleep in that.
God, I told you. It's like I know when the New Yorkers show up in Nantucket, all of a sudden the horns start honking. Don't honk your horn, you a-hole. God. But either way, so people from the outside look at it and go, what are you doing? Or do you have command of the situation? This is like all the sort of stuff we've been talking about, but it just sort of continues, and you get a few more glimpses today with Alex Van Pelt speaking, sort of a hostage cam situation.
If you like that clip, check out more videos from Felger and Mazz here. For more Patriots analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.